It's time for the Dugout Crew. Brought to you by the David 3000 Network, MVG Productions, and the 25. And now, here is the Dugout Crew.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, play ball and batter up. Welcome to the 8th episode of Dugout Crew Podcast. Eric Lima here coming at you, and we're going to have some more baseball excitement, baseball talk as usual for 1 hour. And with me at this time is the Gorilla Monsoon of baseball, Mr. Joey Acacia, representing his beloved Oakland Athletics. Joey, how are you doing, sir?
I almost got one of those shirts. I was this close.
What, the Yeet?
No.
Oh.
It was a Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon shirt.
Oh.
And it said, "Will you stop?"
Oh, those two are hilarious. So could have gotten that shirt. That would have been great. And
well, maybe tomorrow when I get paid. I don't have much money right now.
That's understandable. Yeah, you're gonna wait for a long time. And and below us, it's our man from the great state of Texas representing the Houston Astros, and also reports on them, and the defending World Series champ, Texas Rangers as well, Mr. Jesse Ortiz, a.k.a. Jesse Havoc. Jesse, welcome to the show once again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to always be here.
All right. Shall we get right into it? We have the MLB news that David C. Dennis has brought me. We'll talk about the injuries first. The Cubbies, whom the Red Sox saw this past weekend, Dansby Swanson, their star shortstop, has been placed on the 10-day IL with a right knee sprain. That is going to hurt the Cubbies a little bit on only the defensive side. And Austin Riley for the Atlanta Braves removed from the game. One of the games is a precaution with left side tightness. Hopefully he'll be okay. And the Bruins' best hitter, one of the Bruins' great hitters, Rhys Hoskins, placed on the 10-day IL with a strained right hamstring. Well, it seems to me the Brewers, the Braves, and the Cubs, who were contending for playoff spots earlier on, are losing very key players. So I'm very, very concerned about those three teams. Hopefully they'll be okay. And here come the accomplishments. The Colorado Rockies completed the sweep against the defending World Series champ Texas Rangers. Last week was May the 4th of last year. First sweep in a long time for the Rockies. And that's an upset because that's the defending World Series champions that they just swept. So hopefully, if I were the Rockies, I'd get a little confident right now. And meanwhile, the Philadelphia Phillies are the first team to win 30 games. That's a huge, huge deal. So Philadelphia and Atlanta going at it in the NL East. That's going to be something to watch. Pirates transactions and call-up updates. Pirates pitching prospect, one of the best interceptors for Paul Skeens, makes his major league debut. I know he's dating an Olympian gymnast by the name of Livy. I forget her last name.
Livy Dunn.
Thank you, Joey. Livy Dunn. Here's the ironic part. All right. When Steven Strasburg made his major league debut 14 years ago, the Pirates' leadoff hitter was Andrew McCutchen. And when Paul Skeens makes his major league debut, he already did, the Pirates' leadoff hitter was Andrew McCutchen, his teammate. Paul Skeens plays for. That's the funny part. So talk about big name prospect players, and their leadoff hitters the same dude. Unbelievable. In other news, 46,701 at Petco Park for the Padres-Dodgers game in May 11th. Largest crowd in Petco Park history. That's something. And, Jesse, I'll tell you, your Astros, I don't know what is up with them as of late. Looks like the cheating jokes may end up coming back. Because Ronel Blanco has been suspended 10 games after umpires found a foreign substance in his glove last night, or was it a few nights ago? What is up with this? It's
That's
like,
it.
are they the Astros that desperate to get out of the basement?
Probably.
I mean, seriously, it's like it's crazy, man. Unbelievable. I'm like going, oh, Houston, you're doing it again to yourselves, man. You're doing it again to yourselves.
I'm surprised the Dodgers, former Dodger Trevor Bauer was never caught with substance.
Oh, Trevor Bauer, listen, the guy has not been around the major since that whole thing, the sexual allegations against him happened. I think in Japan, if I am not mistaken.
He's in Mexico.
Yeah, he's in Mexico. He's hiding from probably. You know what I mean?
Well, he did clear his name from
I
what
know
I
I know his name's been cleared.
but I don't think he'll
Yeah,
ever
his
play
name's
in
been
the.
cleared because the woman got caught for fraud.
Aha, that's right. which is really really bad. It's like
She basically ruined that guy's life, even
Yeah.
though he was a whiner and a complainer.
Yeah.
He didn't
I-
deserve that.
but I think but I think him whining and complaining, and that whole situation was not helping. So, with that being said, I know Joey Acacia did talk to us before the show about what happened with the Oakland Athletics. So, why don't you give us the news about the Oakland Athletics, Joey? I know we probably didn't know, but the good folks out there would like to know what the heck is going on.
Okay, so the A's have had several key injuries, including to Alex Wood, Paul Blackburn, and many others. They've also acquired Brian Bielak for cash considerations. Yes, they fired their favorite hot dog vendor just to get a pitcher. But yeah, the A's have unfortunately struggled since they won 6 straight. They've won just 2 out of their last 11 and are slowly making their way back down to the basement. The only reason they're not in the basement right now is because of Houston, who's beaten them 3 out of the last 4 games. In spite of the fact of, what was the term that the umpire used? He says the stick, and this is what he said, not me. He said it was the stickiest substance I've ever found on a glove.
Yeah,
Got to use the right words. Just to
Ronel
get his-
Blanco.
And that guy threw a no-hitter this year, too.
And that
His first start of the season, he throws a no-hitter on opening day. And then all of a sudden, now everything's gone downhill.
Well, that spider tack is just, it keeps the spin rate going.
You don't have to use, I said this before, you don't have to use spider tack. Pine tar and rosin.
Yeah.
Just don't use too much. God, like Bolitnikov with a stickum.
Blue stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em. That's a rap song from back in the 80s.
Oh Jesus Christ! Don't show your age, Eric, please.
Hey, I think I'm 47 years old. If I can show my age, I know some of the players from the Red Sox in the 80s. Okay, I was a Sox fan.
I know, but there's a difference.
Sox
What's
fan.
his name? You remind me of Olerud. You'd be wearing the freaking helmet at first base all the time.
Yeah, John Olerud. Yeah, he used to play for the Red Sox back in 2005.
Yeah, right after he played for the Yankees, he played for the Blue Jays, he played everywhere, he played for the Mets. That's
He's
an
a
old
Blue
Ricky
Jays
Henderson
legend.
story too. He said, I used to play with a guy on the Mets who used to wear a batting helmet. He was talking to John Olerud, and he said, Ricky, that was me.
Yeah, speaking of Ricky Henderson, he played for the Red Sox. In fact, he hit a home run in the game that Derek Lowe pitched a no-hitter. The first no-hitter in Red Sox since Dave Moorhead back in 1965.
That was 2003, his last season in the majors, because he also played for the Dodgers. That was the year he was 45 years old.
Yeah, guy steals over 1,000 bases, man. I'll tell you.
It's funny because I was looking at a stat. It showed 1982. It didn't show the A's and how many bases they stole. It showed every other team. Number 5 by himself that season for stolen bases as an individual was Ricky Henderson. behind 4 other teams that stole that many more bases.
Yeah, like catching him, you better have a quick trigger finger or a cannon arm to catch him like a dead duck.
All I remember was there's footage of Pudge catching him, not Fisk, Rodriguez.
Oh boy, yeah.
He nailed him at third base. It was 98. It was 5 years into Pudge's career. He's trying to steal third base. He had him by about 5 feet.
So you got to be that good to do that. And so anything else from the Oakland A's? Speaking of Ricky Henderson, I know you used to play for the A's in a couple of stints. So
4 different times.
yeah, that's crazy.
But no, the A's are kind of on a sinking ship right now because you lose 3 starting pitchers within a week. And then you have to call up one who gives you 6 solid innings. You lose 3-0.
Yeah.
And now they got Estes pitching tonight, who's one of their top prospects. So the A's have to at least cinch this series and get one game. Sorry, Jesse, I don't want them to sweep. I don't. Because the A's haven't been in 4th place for more than half the season. So I'd rather they stay in somewhat competitive position.
Yeah, right now they're in 3rd place behind the Rangers, defending world champs, and the Mariners are in 1st place. So that's
And don't forget the Angles.
spell the word angel. Yeah, the Angels.
Los Angeles Angles of Angerheim.
Angerheim. There you go, Angerheim. Yeah, if they keep it, if the Angels keep it last place, there'll be a lot of anger in Angerheim. Let me tell you.
No, there already is. They lose Trout and Otani, and now their owner's too cheap to get anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure. Hey, I think the Angels should move somewhere else instead of Oakland.
No, you know what they should do? They should have David play center field.
Oh, good Lord. I got it. No. Jose Canseco moment. Bounce off his head. It's a home run. Yeah, David
like,
laughing at him.
I got it. Boom.
Yeah. I can see Romeo or Gary. Got what? Pee-wee?
Heads up, Pee-wee!
Oh, man. All right, Jesse, let's talk about your Astros. What the heck? Ronel Blanco. What's he thinking? Is he a stupid idiot or what?
Well, the Astros are the bottom of the barrel, and their slogan is relentless. And I'm like, relentless my ass, you know. I mean, we are the worst team. We're the worst team right now.
Not really, because I look at
one in the division, but
not in the division because you're in 4th place right now. The Angels are doing worse than Houston. That's an upside. That's the only upside you got.
We have Renato Blanco. His roster status has changed. That's a nice way to say that he's been suspended for using substance. The Astros moved Corey Julks to the White Sox for Luis Rodriguez. We also, on the 14th, we signed right-handed pitcher Nick Borges to a minor league contract. And, of course, like Joey said, we got rid of Brandon Bielak to Oakland for cash consideration. So the Astros are struggling, and they need pitchers that are not cheating. They definitely need pitchers that are not cheating.
It's difficult. You need a team that the players are not cheating, period. You get rid of the trash cans. Let's try this tricky stuff. Let's see how that works. Yeah.
Because right now the active pitchers are Verlander, Valdez, Javier is active. Urquidy is out on the IL. McCullers is probably going to be out for Oz. He's on the IL for 60 days. Luis Garcia is out as well. That guy has not been healthy. And we got Argetti, who is decent. But yeah, we definitely And then not to mention our half our bullpen. We got 4 people that are on the IL for 60 days. Penn, Murphy, Oliver Ortega, Kendall Graveman, and Bennett Souza. So half our well, not half our bullpen, but only 4 members of the bullpen right now. So our pitching is just bad.
Hiya, Godfather Dom. How you doing? We're doing pretty good. I can't say saying for the Astros, as Jesse's talking about them right now. I think your Astros have turned into a mass unit, Jesse.
Yeah.
I mean, we know how it for the Red Sox. Red Sox starting to get some of their players back. So, but anything else on the Astros?
But relentless is something the Astros shouldn't use unless they're actually above 500 or
yeah. I think you need
But the Texas Rangers, man.
Texas Rangers even very stunned they're in second place considering they are the defending World Series champions. Maybe it's Seattle's time. I don't know.
I think Seattle might be the one to make the playoffs this season because the way the Astros are going, it's not looking good. And I mean, granted, they're looking to sweep the Oakland Athletics, but Oakland is 19-26, and the Astros are 18-25. Now maybe they could turn things around, but I don't know. That's like asking too much.
I'll tell you one thing. I think the old saying goes for the Astros when it comes to their pitching, we want a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
Yeah, because right now the Angels are last, the Astros are above, and
I got a feeling the Angels are going to be in last place because without Trout, you lose Otani. There goes much of your offense right there. The Trout's out for the season, I do believe, and Otani's
yes, he is.
Yeah,
I don't remember the last time the Angels finished in last place, though.
Yeah,
the A's have been in last couple seasons.
Yeah, maybe in the Angels, man. And Godfather Dom, you are correct. The Phillies have the best record in baseball at 31-13. Then I think the Dodgers are not far behind with 29-16, 29-15. That would be or the Yankees. Yeah, you got some.
Texas Rangers are in second place right now in the AL West.
Yep.
They recently beat the Cleveland Guardians 4-0.
That's the time the Angels finished in last place.
Yeah, check that.
2019.
That's a long time. That is a long, long time.
Yeah, no, they didn't even finish in last that year. That was Seattle.
Oh, what, 1918?
No. 2019. I'm trying to figure out exactly when they finished in last place.
Who, the Angels?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Where am I getting messed up here? All right. While I am at that, is that it for your the Astros and Texas Rangers?
Well, speaking of the Phillies, we take them on the 21st.
Okay, good luck with that because the Phillies are a tough team. Yeah. All right, I'll go with my Red Sox here. Is that it for, like I said, for the Astros and Texas Rangers?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. And Joey did his report. All right, the Red Sox took 2 out of 3 against Houston this past weekend. So Mother's Day weekend, so that's pretty good. The Rays took 2 out of 3 against the Red Sox. Here, the Red Sox won on Tuesday with a walk-off hit by Romy Gonzalez. Yeah, we have a Romy on the Red Sox. Would you believe that one? The other Romy would get a kick out. And we got a game tonight against Tampa Bay. Once again, it's a 4-game series.
The Rays.
The Rays are going to be a tough team to beat. So, and then we got a 3-game series against St. Louis. So like a 2004-2013 World Series rematch. And we go face the Rays again, but this time at Tropicana Field for the Monday. So Red Sox have a Romy How fitting.
So I don't mean to interrupt you, Eric, but I
What?
just found out how long it's been since
Since
the
the
Angels have actually been in
yeah,
last place for the entire season. And they weren't even under 500 when this happened. I wasn't born when this happened.
okay.
1991.
Whoa.
That was when they were the California Angels, right?
They were
Yeah,
81 and 81 as the California Angels. That was
that
the year the Twins won the World Series.
yeah, the year the Twins won the World Series. In
And
fact,
that was when it was 7 teams in the AL West.
yeah.
7.
It was only 2 divisions at that time.
Yeah, it was
So,
the East and the I think it was the East and the West because
and those
94 was when the Central came around.
when the Central, and then that divided up. Yeah, because I remember for 1991, the Red Sox had so many rookie Phil Plantier was a rookie for the Red Sox that year. Phil Plantier, I love his style, man, batting style. So anyway, speaking of the Red Sox, continuing on, we got the Cardinals. The Red Sox got the Cardinals coming up on this weekend, 3-game series against them. So it's a 2004, 2013 World Series rematch of some sorts. And then this coming Monday, we're talking about this coming Monday, we got the Rays in Tropicana Field for a 3-game series. And then a short 3-game homestand against the Brewers next weekend. That will be the King and Queen of the Ring tournament for those you wrestling fans out there, and Double or Nothing on Vegas. That would be the 26th.
That'll
then,
put butts in seats.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone for that remark.
Yeah, 25 years ago he was wrong.
Yeah. That was 25 years ago. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, no, that was January 4th, 1999.
That's crazy. I can't believe it's 25 years ago. Red Sox and Orioles. We got the very tough Orioles as usual. To close out May for Memorial Day weekend, and then starting off from May to June, we got the Tigers at home for 4. Start off June, and then the Braves in a 2-game series against them at home. Starting off June, so that's pretty good. Let's see. I'm going to see the transactions for the Red Sox. Let's see if Red Sox transactions. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see for the 12th, they've activated Brian Bayo. Options in the options Josh Winkowski to the Red Sox. And Tyler Heineman, who has been hurt on a rehab assignment with the Portland Sea Dogs. And once again, Zach Short from the 9th, May 9th, Zach Short traded to Atlanta Braves for cash. Nick Pivetta was activated the 8th. And so did Romy Gonzalez, obviously. They designated Zach Short for assignment. Now, because of some of the players returning, Naoki Uwasawa has been optioned to Worcester. So we're talking about, these are all, and Bobby Dahlbeck, so the latest one was Brian Bayo was activated from the transactions. Let's see. Yeah, so right now, Cam Boozer and everything else, so it's pretty decent. We have our bullpen's pretty decent. And I'm going to check the standings. Let's see if I can go back to the standings here. This phone is all right. Right now, the American League East, the Yankees, first place, 29-15, a half game ahead of the Orioles, 27-14. Sox are in third place, 22-21. The Rays have been catching up. They're at 500 right now. They have an opportunity to go one game over 500 or below 500 in this game against the Red Sox, even if they play the game, because it's been raining all day. So, over here in Massachusetts, the Blue Jays at 19-23, last place. I never expected them because they have a great offense. I mean, key player injuries, probably just like the Red Sox. Probably that's the reason why. Meanwhile, in the Central, the Guardians are in first place, 27-17, with a 614 winning percentage, while the Royals are in second place. Look out for the Royals now. There's some teams that we may not expect to even, come up and expect to do something all season. We expect the Royals as one of these teams. Right now, they're 26-19. The Twins at 24-18. Tigers 21-22 under 500. And Chicago White Sox in last place, the Southsiders, with a 14-30 record. We talked about American League West most of the time. Seattle in first place by 1.5 games. Defending World Series champ Texas Rangers at 23-22. Oakland, your team, obviously we see there on your thing, 19-26. The Houston Astros at 18-25. The Angels 16-28. And that's not what I want. All right, let's go to the National League, and pray don't best pray don't. Oh, Chayton, I don't know Chayton.
I'm gonna invade the stream. That's fine.
I invaded the stream this past Saturday. It was funny too. Although we had a funny moment happen on the Chilling with Jordy stream. Everybody's gonna be hearing about it by now. Anyways, the National League East. We're gonna continue on. This is baseball talk here, and speaking of balls, never mind. Let's just say that's a little hint about what happened last night. The Phillies, like Godfather Dom did say, they have the best record in baseball right now at 31-13. In first place, the Braves, 3 games behind them with 26-14. The Nationals 20-22, despite being below 500, they're in third place. The Mets at 19-23. Yes, we're doing pretty good, Chayton. And the Marlins at 13-32. So, and I'm looking at the records here. The Marlins got the worst record in baseball. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Brewers, who will be facing next after the Cardinals, they're 26-17, first place, on game and a half over the Cubs at 25-19. The Pirates 19-25, they're in third place despite having a below 500 record. The Reds, sorry Kevin Henry about this, 18-25. You better start screaming at your Reds, Kevin Henry, if you're watching this. And the Cardinals at 18-25. We're playing them next. Hopefully the Red Sox will have an easy time dealing with them. But then again, the Cardinals have always played the Red Sox tough, especially but then 2004 World Series, that wasn't the case. But 2013, that's a different story. National League West, and no surprise, the Dodgers are in first place at 29-16. Padres at 22-24. And they're in second place by 7.5. So they're also Diamondbacks are also 7.5 out, but they're 21-23. The Giants 20-25, and the Rockies, who finished sweeping the Rangers, 15-28. So that's something to let's see if I can, we're gonna go some hours. All right. So what the scores right now? Scores. All right. Today, let's see. The final, Yankees win another one. They're the second team to win 30 games. They beat the Minnesota Twins, shut them out 5-0. Also, other games on today. The Mets will be playing the Phillies, so that's going to be a battle. That's the East battle. Obviously, the Red Sox playing against the Rays. At Fenway. Pittsburgh against Chicago at 7:40. Let's see. We're going to go to the. These are my. All right. So the probable pitchers: Quintana versus Walker for the Mets and Phillies. So, and they're throwing the lineup at for the Mets will be be Brandon. I won't say Justin Nimmo, but that's Zane the Silver Ranger on Power Rangers. Brandon Nimmo, left field. Pete Alonso, first baseman. Lindor will be shortstop. JD Martinez, the DH. Taylor, center field. Sterling Marte, right field. Beatty, third base. Neal, second base. Narvaez will be the catcher. So, and for Phillies, you got Kyle Schwarber, the DH. You almost look like Kyle Schwarber there, Joey. You got the Gorilla Monsoon baseball mind, but you also you look like Kyle Schwarber.
I'm faster than Kyle Schwarber. Thank you very much.
That's the only difference. You probably outrun him. JP Realmuto at catcher. Bryce Harper playing first base. Alec Baum, the third baseman, Nick Castellanos, and right field. Whit Merrifield, second base. Brendan Marsh, left field. E. Sosa, shortstop, and Pache, with center. Let's see. Well, let's see who else. Um, let's see. Also, Oakland and Houston, like you said, it's a free game of the day. And late in the later hours, you got Cincinnati versus the Dodgers. Let's see what's going on with Tampa Bay and Boston. Who are they throwing at? That'll be we got Littell 2-2 and 3.2 ERA. Well, Cooper Criswell at 2-1 with a 2.10 ERA. And let's see. The Red Sox are throwing Jaron Duran, Wilyer Abreu. Duran will bat and lead off. Willie Abreu right field. Rob Repsnyder to left field. Rafael Devers will bat at cleanup at third. Dominic Smith at first base, and Garrett Cooper will be the DH. Reese McGuire, excuse me, will play the catcher. Vaughn Grissom playing second base, and Sedan Rafaela will be at shortstop. And the lineups are subject to change. Let's see. Is there something? Check back later. So they're not throwing Tampa Bay's yet to reveal their lineup for sure. I gotta tell you guys, it's been a really crazy season so far for baseball. A lot of things changing and everything else, and I gotta tell you, it's. I gotta tell you, our team. I know both the Angels and the A's and the Astros are struggling on your end, and the Red Sox. Well, they're going to be up and down a little bit of the Red Sox. They're going to be up and down. We're going to look like Jekyll and Hyde. We don't know how they're going to do, what they're going to do. We have heard. You have yet to hear from Masataka Yoshida. I know he's hurt right now at the moment. I want to see if. I could. Let's see. I got an idea. I should have done this. I should. I'm gonna start doing some research. All right. Let's see. All right. So let's see the active roster. Let's see active non-roster. Let's see. Nothing. Okay, on the 40-man roster. All right. Right now, Lucas Giolito, 60-day DL. Leon Hendricks, we still have yet to hear from him on the 60-day IL as well. Brian Mata on the 15-day IL. Chris Murphy on the 60-day IL. Garrett Whitlock we still have yet to hear from him. 15-day IL. Tyler Heineman, 10-day IL. We're going to need him. Still got the Tristan Casas, 60-day IL. Bobby Dahlback in the minors. Let's see what we got here. Trevor Story out for the season, obviously. So that really sucks. And meanwhile, Masataka Yoshida still on the 10-day IL with a sore thumb. So that. So we're still getting some players back, a lot of players back, but we still got a long way to go. But it's not. And I have to admit, this is going to be a really, really interesting season to see where our teams are going to end up. Will any trades be made before the July 31st or after? Well, I don't know, but. I don't know, Joey. What do you think about your state for Oakland? Obviously, what do you think what Oakland will have to do for this season?
They needed to maintain a healthy pitching staff. Alex Wood getting hurt. Joe Boyle getting hurt. They had a good pitching staff. It's just that Wood had a good start start before last. Did not get it done in his last start. Stripling's 1-7. The A's have been relying on pitching and defense. Their offense is the second worst in the American League right now. They had multiple players who were hitting the ball well. Unfortunately, they are not as good as they were recently with the lack of the home run, which unfortunately has become their MO. And that's a big problem because they lead the league, not in grounding into double plays, but they've turned almost 50 double plays already this season. They have almost as many home runs hit as they do double plays turned. But if they're turning double plays, that's fine, but you have to get offense on the board. They lost 2-1 the other day. They lost 9-2 in game 1. They lose on a walk-off because and this is embarrassing because I understand the mental aspect of it when it comes to being a manager. Kotsay pinch hit for one of their best hitters, or he put in a pinch hitter. He put their fastest guy on the team into pinch hit, and they put their big slugger at second base to pinch run.
That doesn't make any sense. You got it should have been the other way around. Was Kotsay?
Yeah, and that's why I immediately thought, freaking brain cramp. You put your fast guy out at second base to steal third. Yeah, and when they did that the other day, he got thrown out anyways. He's only had a 50% success rate ever since he's come back up for stolen bases. So, and then the new guy they called up, Brett Harris, who's supposed to be at third base now, he's hitting 139. His on-base percentage is high, but he's not. 3 out of his 5 hits this season are home runs. And I've seen him hit one. Great hitter. Just has not hit the ball well recently. They just sent down Lawrence Butler. Butler's got the second most walks on the team. When your best hitter is your designated hitter, there's a problem. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing this stuff with. I mean, the Astros have had problems with their pitching, but their pitcher gets ejected the other day. They still lose 2-1 because they're going up against that bullpen, and then all of a sudden, the second that bullpen comes out for the Astros, the A's have not had a clue. And unfortunately, that's not going to be helpful considering they have this going on right now where they're 19-26. They're 18-21 last week. You've won 1 out of your last 6. You've lost 4 in a row. And now you have to come down to this where you're about ready to get swept by one of the worst teams in baseball. No offense, Jesse. I'm not saying they're a bad team. It's just that they started the season really badly. And then the A's all of a sudden have just hit this cold spell, which is finally coming to fruition now with Geloff coming off the injured list, that everything was put together fine until now they're trying to swing and hit the home run too often. They were doing fine previously. They scored 20 runs a couple weeks ago and everything. They did well against Seattle where they ended up having a big inning and everything. It's about putting about good at bat, having productive at bats. And the A's can't seem to have those all the time. They're either striking out a bunch or walking a bunch. They're not putting bat on ball. And this is the main reason why, if the A's are going to make any trades, unfortunately, it's going to involve their closer, Mason Miller. And they said the price is steep, but I'm only sure that the price is steep. But it's just the fact that it doesn't matter. They've traded more for less. So, yeah, no, I have the A's winning more than 60 games this season. Maybe 70 at the most. I didn't talk about that the first part of the season because your team starts 1-6 and then they go 18 and yeah, no. They're now under 500 since that 1-7 start. They're 18-19 since they started the season 1-7. They've now reached being under 500 in that stretch because of these losing streaks. Now they go to KC after this. Kansas City, they beat the hell out of last year. They were doing good. Kansas City was also where their broadcaster got fired. And it's coming close to a year on that. So I don't know why I brought that up, but still, that's the last time the A's were in Kansas City was when Glenn Kuiper got fired for doing what he did. So I'm just hoping the A's can have a bit of a turnaround before June starts because I honestly think the A's can do it. You just got to string wins together again. They had a 6-game winning streak recently. I think the A's can do it, but I don't think they start trading players away unless it's Wood, Stripling, or Aledmus Diaz, who they're paying $7.25 million to be injured right now. Hasn't played a single game yet, and it's mid-May. Yeah, the old Astro, the one who actually hit with Houston. He hasn't done jack you-know-what for the A's. I can actually tell you what he's done for the A's right now. And I can tell you it's not been much. Ledmus. Because he's going on his 8th season now. He's a career 261 hitter. With the A's in 109 games, he's at 229. And yes, he had 20 doubles last season, but 72 hits and 315 at bats, 66 strikeouts. On base under 300, slugging was 337. All career worse in 109 games. They overpaid for a guy whose defense was negative point worth. He was worth less. He was worth negative WAR for the second time in his career last season. So that should tell you something. Like, I don't think he's a bad player. I just think they overpaid for a guy who's, let's see, 33 years old.
Yeah, that's old.
But that's all I got for the A's. I think they can have, if they get things together, because I would love for the A's to make the playoffs just to piss off their owner and tell him to go jump in a lake. That wouldn't be my crack right there. But pipe dream. Absolute pipe dream.
Yeah.
Not saying they can't do it, but again, wishful thinking from a man whose team is not even going to be in the same city anymore in 5-6 months' time.
Yeah, imagine them in Vegas, though. I mean,
no, that's absolutely not going to happen. I can tell you that much. It's absolutely not going to happen.
Really? So they're not going to be in Vegas.
I doubt it, because that was actually something I forgot to mention. The Schools Over Stadiums petition was shot down a couple nights ago in Vegas at their city council. But what that does is it could tie the stadium up in litigation for years. So it won't matter if they go to Vegas. You can't get your stadium if there's constantly lawsuits over it.
Yeah. And owners should have looked in the background before he decides to move anything. Of course, owners don't think. They don't think with their brains or their logic. They think with their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not exactly what you would call an Ivy League mind.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just like I said, they don't think with logic. They don't think with reasoning. They think with money. And
now, if only he thought like Theo Epstein, he would have had the stadium a long time ago.
Yeah. Look before you leap, buddy. That's all I gotta say.
Well, guess what? He's aiming for the bushes, and he's gonna miss.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like he's like one of those owners, like, you know, in America's Funniest Home Video, the bird dive bombing the cat, and the owner's the cat. He flipped right over. You know.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna enjoy his. I'm just gonna enjoy his public meltdown when the A's do get back on the right track, because the last time he was seen was at Levi's Stadium here in California, and they booed the ever-loving hell out of him. To which I say, good.
Yeah, John Fisher. More like John Bitcher.
No, that's accurate, though. He constantly whines and he says, "Oh, I did everything I could for Oakland." It's just like, really?
Yeah.
You did everything you could. All right, you drove the team out of contention. You drove the team out of Oakland, and now you're trying to drive them into Vegas, where the Raiders have made the playoffs once there since they've gone there.
Yeah,
and they've had more players get in trouble in Vegas than anywhere else.
And the only team that's been successful in Vegas is the Golden Knights in hockey. They won a Stanley Cup, for goodness sakes. They made the Stanley Cup in their first year. They made it to the Stanley Cup final in their first year.
Well, they keep saying they're going to spend more money on free agents when they go to Vegas, and it's just like smoke and mirrors, man. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, there's logic.
I think a basketball team will definitely be in Vegas in the NBA before MLB team.
Or
will
if
ever
that
be.
happens, you can see more players in trouble over there.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
it's about self-control, and when I think of self-control, I don't think of a team that was in Oakland. And then you go, because my logic is this: if you go from Oakland, where people say everything's bad there, to Vegas, you're going from one extreme to the other,
Right.
and that doesn't make anybody look good.
Yeah. So, yeah, frigging Vegas Raiders, you got a football quarterback who is rumored to be dating an adult film star. So it's like
He's not even their quarterback anymore. He's a free agent. They let him go.
they let go Garoppolo?
Yeah, they let go of Garoppolo. They paid him $100 million, and then they let him go because he didn't do anything.
New England, take him back quick. I don't know if that's
I know, but that would be something. Drake May and Garoppolo, keep Garoppolo away from Drake May.
but
She's like, I'll teach you to. It's just like I'll teach you to make Belichick miserable. Oh wait.
oh, wait, yeah. Drum, mate. I can imagine Jimmy Garoppolo coming back to Oakland. Hey, where's Bill? Yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't part of the Tom Brady roast. He should have.
No, if he wanted to be part of the Tom Brady roast, he would have to break out his contract extension.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, Jesse, how are you feeling with your Houston Astros? What I know they're trying to attempt to get to battle Oakland for a sweep. So what do you think they need to get back in the swing of things?
they need to start winning more games. Start
Obviously.
actually beating teams that they know they should beat.
Yeah, because
And actually beating teams that they know they can't beat too.
yeah, it's uncharacteristic for the Houston Astros to, be in this position. So
Well, we're without key elements. Dusty Baker's no longer with the team.
yeah,
We have no veteran leadership
mm,
at catcher. The bullpen is constantly hurt. Key pitchers are out all the time. Luis Garcia, never can stay healthy. Lance McCullers is always hurt.
yeah, Lance McCullers. Yeah, he was one. He was one guy that would have helped Houston out, but so I
Or the Astros, I don't know. Maybe actually start shopping around for decent pitchers. But then that means you would have to give up key players, and you don't want to give up. You don't want to give up, Kyle Tucker, because he's right now. Let me see. Kyle Tucker right now is leading the league. I'm trying to see. In home runs at number 1. So he's got 13 home runs this season. So he's basically a lead leaguer. You don't want to get rid of him. You definitely don't want to get rid of the shortstop.
Pena.
Yeah, Jeremy Pena. You don't want to get you would have to to get quality pitching. The Astros would basically have to give up, their money players.
Yeah, so yeah, the players need to get back. Probably need some players to get back to.
I'm all for moving Abreu though, because that new
You
guy
guys
that
sent
they
him down
got.
to the minors, I think.
Yeah, they should bring Jose Abreu back up. They should bring him back up. I don't know why they sent him down to the minors. They need someone in that.
They got that guy that's did pretty good against the Did pretty good against the Oakland A's the last game.
Valdez.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like him. He's constantly beating the A's. Give up 2 hits over 7 innings yesterday. He's too damn good.
But that freaking overtime, man. I mean, that freaking extra innings game was awesome. Like,
I just wish they had done something with runners on base. That's all I wish.
Even they tried the old, ghost runner on second thing when they went an extra inning.
Stupid Manfred Mann.
Yeah, Manfred Mann. No, that's Rob Manfred. Manfred Mann's the guy who sang, "There she was, just a walking down the street." Sang,
No.
She looked good.
How did I know
It
that was
looks
going to
fine.
happen?
Hey.
It just reminds me of that movie Stripes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bill Murray. What an acting legend.
Yeah, it was Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and I don't think you know this, but John Candy was in that movie.
Yes, I remember. I remember the scene where he got his head shaved and
he's holding his hair.
Yeah, and he was, and all of a sudden, Hammer Ramis goes, "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna."
Now,
And then they start.
anything with Harold Ramis and Bill Murray in it is great.
Yeah, I think they were in Caddyshack. No, they were. I don't think they were in Caddyshack together.
No, all I know is the Ghostbusters. Obviously,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
And then they were in Groundhog Day, I think.
Oh hell yeah! And then that Army movie
God rest his soul.
that they did. That was another funny one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was funny because the whole start to that scene is left, right, left, right, left, right. You stand in place, left, right, left, right. And then Harold Ramis says, "Hey, we're walking," and then they start singing the Manfred Mann song.
Yeah, when you mentioned Manfred Mann, that's it's Rob Manfred.
But no, that's literally what it is the Manfred Mann. But unfortunately, they don't go walking down the street half the time. But some of those games get really crazy because of the runner on second base.
Yeah,
I will be the first to say I am not a fan of it.
Neither am I.
I know it's the shortened games, but I am not a fan of that Manfred Mann at all.
Umpires, so their umpires are Coley crybabies half the time. Yeah. They just want to make strike calls. They like, we want to get home. Strike. Roll about strike.
I know. CB Bucknor a couple weeks ago against the White Sox. Pitch was 4 inches off the plate. You're out.
Yeah.
And Paulie Marmol, who was the manager of the Cardinals.
Oh boy,
they missed 4 calls in Milwaukee the other day.
Yeah, and Marmol,
and he went off on the home plate umpire, and he's like, "You got the benefit of replay, and we don't."
Yeah. Oh, that was a funny argument ever. And they were like, "I'm trying to tell you that you're ejecting him from the ball games." Like, Epa.
Yeah, no, there was there's been incidents with umpires where they've ejected fans. And if I was sitting behind home plate and it's Bob Davis, and I would have said,
yeah, I could just imagine a home run celebration where the guy just like he touches base and then he goes up to the umpire and goes like Steve Austin.
I mean, he could eject you, but you still get the run on the board.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the umpires and everything would have said the Umpires Association, because the leader of that group is Joe Torre.
Yeah.
And how would you feel if you got a manager who's won all those World Series and everything and had been a manager for the longest time telling you, you were wrong. You're not umpiring the rest of the playoffs. You lose that paycheck because you were stupid.
Yeah.
Just like
yet they let Angel Hernandez still be an umpire.
Called those bogus strikes during an Astros game.
No, I remember that. That was when Pena was hitting, wasn't it? Was it Pena?
I think so.
It was when Angel Hernandez was going further and further off to the left-handed batter's box, and I saw all 3 of those pitches, and I'm like,
"What the hell?"
Well, that was the expression on my face. Is he's going further and further outside, and it's just like, wait a minute. The catcher's only got so much of a wingspan. Where are you looking?
Look,
a pretty lady.
How? Well, my question is, how is he still employed? Do they have some kind of
Racial
bias?
discrimination lawsuits.
Yeah,
He's done like 3, and every single one of them has been dismissed
yeah. I think
because they don't want him doing World Series games, and there's enough evidence to give as to why he shouldn't be doing World Series
the
games.
last thing that Angel
That's
Hernandez.
the only thing that sucks about that. He's a protected class, and you fire him, you get bad PR. It's a PR nightmare.
No, there's plenty of Hispanic umpires. There's plenty of black umpires, along with plenty of white umpires.
Yeah.
There's black. I've never seen an Asian umpire though.
No. Oh yeah, you're right. That's a first. Unless you go to all the way to Japan and Korea.
No, they're all different umpires there, but they're not animated like the umpires are here. They're not sensitive.
Yeah.
They're not afraid.
Nope.
They have to put up with all kinds of weird garbage over there.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with their culture. It's just that there's a trend where, like in the 7th inning, they let out this huge thing of balloons, and they all goes, woo!
I will never, the umpires back here in the States are very offensive to the
Oh,
point
they're
where
sensitive. They're very touchy.
especially when you have a fan in Yankee Stadium yelling, "Let's go home plate," and they eject the manager for that remark.
And then the guy went. He had his hands out,
And the fans was looking around like, "Okay, what just happened?" Act like all innocent. Come on.
No, you're not. I hate to say it, but if he's innocent, I'd hate to see what he would do if he was guilty.
Yeah. I was like, if I were that fan, I would sneak out slowly.
No, I'm sure he's gotten hate mail.
Yeah, I'm sure. But worse than
Hate
Barton.
mail, death threats, all the sort.
Yeah. Anyways, so we got 3 minutes left, so I got to talk about my Red Sox and what they need to do. I know injuries have been plaguing the Red Sox. Defense needs to be better, obviously. It's getting a little bit better. Offense needs to get better. I mean, without Casas in the lineup, Tyler O'Neill has not been hitting. We have no Masataka Yoshida, so I think no Yoshida, no Casas, and it looks like our offense has sputtered just a little bit. So
I was gonna say O'Neill's got 16 RBIs, but most of his home runs have been solo shots.
yeah, and you need to get some more men on base for him. In fact, if Alex Cora, if I were him, I would change up the lineup a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Well, I agree with you there, Eric. I say you put your higher on base guys up front, and then you put your power hitters next.
Yeah. And then you put whatever, because Rafaela knows how to hit, everything else. And in case you put on his socks, ladies and gentlemen, his White Sox, speaking of baseball. Speaking of baseball, the White Sox. That's White Sox probably are a lot cleaner than the Chicago White Sox. So here we
They're
go.
actually believe it or not, these are compression socks. I wear them to keep the blood flow going.
Yeah. Anyway,
but that's the thing. I have more blood flowing down here than they do through their entire lineup. Don't call me. Hey, if my ankle bleeds, just don't call me Kurt Schilling, okay?
Oh. After the stuff he's been pulling, I wouldn't call you that.
Yeah, but there's
a lot of respect him as a ball player, going out there and winning games and helping the Red Sox win the World Series. That's it. Outside, he's got too much of a big mouth.
That's the one thing I don't like about certain players nowadays. They like to suck on the political skin flute, and it just alienates. It just divides the fans.
That's why I say, that's why I don't talk politics on my. It's like I'm not going to worry about politics. I'm worried about talking baseball, video games, wrestling, whatever. And people get annoyed me. When I was a kid, people got annoyed me when I talk about baseball and wrestling and video games. I'd rather talk about that nowadays than talk about freaking politics. Are you kidding me?
That's why the ratings for these leagues are just dying, because you're basically putting
first players.
Yeah.
There's too many me first players in the leagues now.
Yeah. Anyways, well, that will be it for the 8th episode. I want to thank Joey Acacia and Jesse Havoc Ortiz for coming in to we'll talk a lot of baseball. We talk about our teams. I hope our teams work very hard and work very well. So until the until the next time we see each other again, until we meet again. Hopefully hope your day hits a home run, and hope you don't strike out in life. All right, just start swinging for the fences.
Unless your name's Kirk Schilling.
Will you stop? Will you stop with Kirk Schilling?
Who's the Gorilla Monsoon now, Eric?
Hey, I've been called that ever since I started hanging out with Jordan. So I'll see you guys later. We'll see you all later. Hopefully, swing for the fences. Goodbye.